Greetings, gentlemen. I'm sorry I haven't been able to make it to class over the past couple of weeks. I've been battling with an illness, but I'm feeling much better today. So I decided to make a short recording to give you all a sample of what's coming forward in our next lesson when I see you next week. Basically, next week I want to discuss with you the origins of our humanity in Africa. As you know, we have looked at the Big Bang 13.7 billion years ago, billion with a B, and we have realized that it has taken a long time, a long process for stars to form, for stars to explode, for galaxies to form, for planets to form, and to end up in what we call our solar system, solar being the sun. And as you all know, the sun is at the center of our solar system. We are the Earth and we have our own orbit. And the way our orbit works is it's a small ball that spins around once every 24 hours, and we call it a day. So half the time the Earth is facing the sun, and the other time the Earth is facing the darkness away from the sun. So we have night and day. So now we also discussed the early forms of life, bacteria, single cell organisms that formed in the sea. And over time, over many millions of years, this bacteria ignited and oxygen was allowed in, and a multicellular organism started to develop. Eventually, sea plants and other sea creatures developed until, and as we saw in the video, some animals were able to come out of the water and onto land. And we call those animals amphibious animals. So this is not a class to concentrate too much on biological evolution. Rather, this is a class for us to understand our place, our humanness, our humanity on planet Earth, and how did it come to pass. How is it that we are two-legged, that we walk bipedally, meaning on two legs? How is it that we were able to develop and form stones? We take rocks and make them into tools. Tools like spears, axes, arrows. Tools that allowed us to hunt animals, and by hunting animals, we were able to ingest, to eat more protein. And that protein allowed our brains to get bigger and better over time. So our early humanity is based on walking and then harnessing tools, harnessing fire, and then we come now to collective learning. When we say collective learning, we mean learning together as a group, collectively. So I want you to watch a very short clip about the San people of the Kalahari Desert. San spelled S-A-N. And they are a unique people in southern Africa, in the Kalahari Desert. You can Google Kalahari Desert and see how it looks. But some people of that San group still practice the hunter-gatherer style of living of thousands and thousands of years ago. We call that now foraging, the foraging life. So if the life of the history of humans were a pizza, then 95% of that pizza, the biggest slice, would be that we spent most of our time from the past until now hunting and gathering, or foraging. So on that pizza, we spent 95% of our history hunting and foraging. 4%, and we will talk about this in detail when we talk about agriculture, 4% of that pizza is the agrarian life, or agricultural life, or settled life. You settle down, you grow plants, you domesticate animals. That's called the agrarian or agricultural life. And only 1% of that pizza has been spent in the modern life, or the machine, what I call the machine age. Okay, so I will show you the pizza and we will have a deeper discussion next week. But for now, I want you to look at the video, which is about 7 minutes, as to how the San people hunt and gather their food. And at the end of the video, I would like you to make a simple cartoon using like 3 panels, 3 boxes. First box could be like with a San person saying, hello, I am a San warrior, a San hunter, whatever, and I am about to go on a hunt for, you pick which animal you want. And then in the second box, you put the actual hunt, and then in the third box, you put them making the food with fire. So your 3 boxes cartoon: introduction, hunting, eating. Fairly simple. You can do it stickman style. That's what I like to tell my students. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. So I will write out the instructions and add this video to it. But I just wanted you to know that I'm okay, that I've gotten a lot of rest, and I feel much better. And I cannot wait to see you all next week. Take care of yourselves and have a great weekend. Bye.